Good day, YouTube. Right now, I'm going to talk about move swapping. As promised in the Discord channel for Virtua Fighter, I'm going to talk about move swapping. So, how do I do it? So, this one only works on emulators. So, you have to have a PC capable of running Virtua Fighter 3, Virtua Fighter 4, Virtua Fighter 5 in their respective emulators. For Virtua Fighter 3, you gotta have Supermodel emulator. It kind of works on Dreamcast, but it's really iffy. I prefer Supermodel. For Virtua Fighter 4, you have to use Demul. So you have to emulate Naomi too. So it involves the Virtua Fighter 4 versions that I can provide some files for is Evo and Final Tune. And lastly, RPCS3 for Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. For this video, we're going to tackle Virtua Fighter 3 team battle using the Supermodel emulator. There are three parts here. So, first one is the introduction. Second one is a demonstration on how to set. Then third one, which is a little complicated, searching for the move that you want to replace. That's the a little complicated, but I think I can explain it. So let's start with the introduction. Right now, as elaborated, we need to have a supermodel emulator, which is this one, this version, supermodel UI. Of course, you have to have the ROM for it. Don't ask me for it. So, if you want to follow my settings, go ahead. But what you need here is to set the config for it, the controls. That's about it. Then after opening that one up, you have to open Cheat Engine. Okay. Set it to the processor, to the game itself. Then open the file that I provide with. It's gonna be in the YouTube description, so don't worry. So for the introduction here, as you can see here, you have some settings. You can see the numbers here are moving. This one is the animation monitor. So any animation that they make changes accordingly. So as you can see, the Takaarashi is doing his set of moves around 900. Now you have Pi going on 2653. So that's one way of identifying which values are which ones for a specific animation. Let's say for this one, this is an example. For Lion, we have the neutral grab, which is placed at 567. For the neutral kick, 1043. So that's one indication for it. So that's all for introduction. Now we are going to go ahead with the second part, which is setting and demonstration for it. For this section, we are going to use Sarah And as advice for this one, I think it would be safer if we have a second player for it. And the settings for this one, I think it would be safer if we have this one ticked, health, and match time. That way we have lots of time to discover or tinker about the animations that we want to replace with or to have fun with. Again, we're going to replace Lion's neutral kick. So what do we replace it with? Let's try with Sarah's this one. 1 kick. 1k. So 1k, take note of the 1k animation monitor here. So if I do 1k here is 1364, right? 1364, 1364, 1364. It always becomes 1364. So just to make sure, I'll just put 1043 here so I don't forget. Again, it's 1364. Again, if I try to do this, 1364. So if I try to change this one to 1364, then do a kick, Lion does the same move. See? Neat, right? So that's the second part. Now for the third part, which is a little complicated. So again, let's revert this one to the former, and then again, what we're going to replace now is not the jump, not the neutral grab, not Lion's neutral kick. We want to replace, let's say we want to replace this one, the 1k. So again, if you look at the animation monitor, it's 1364, right? Take note of that number, then try to change the value type to 2 bytes, then search for 1364. We're going to search for it. Okay, there's going to be a lot of results for this one. What we want is somewhere around this one, so 143. We're going to highlight this one, hold shift until this one. So there's like 6 values here. So we are going to press this one, and there's going to be a lot of values like that one here. So if we try to, we're going to one of these is the potential address for Sarah's 1k. Okay, so we are going to change it to 1043. So if we try to change it to 1043, then we test, it's not that one. If it's not that one, then revert it back. So it's a bit of tedious, but then again, it's trial and error. That's how I do it. Again, go for the next one, 1043. Check again. It's not that one. Check again. For the next one, 1043. It's this one. So we are going to change it to 1364. Okay, and delete these ones. 1364. Alright. Then revert it to 1364. 1364. Okay, that's how you search for it. But it doesn't end there. So because if you try to save this one and then reboot the game, this address will always change. That's the problem here. It will always change no matter what you do, unless you set it as a pointer. So notice that this one has P here, so this one uses a pointer. What you're going to do here is that you're going, well, obviously you're going to change it to a pointer. So change it to pointer, then make it like that. So to be exact, we have to make it like this one. How do we do that? First of all, we're going to need a hexadecimal calculator, and then just open a hexadecimal calculator, for example here, and then change the value. I'm sorry. See this value here, this line, this code here. Please do not touch this one, but this value here is really important. So you need this to compute for a specific value. So you're going to use this one on the second value here, make it minus. Then what you need for the first value is this one. Then you compute that one, and alas, we have this one. Okay, next part is that we need this one. Just get this part here, copy, then make this a pointer. It will be all jumbled here, paste it here. Now what you need here now is this one. Then get this value here, then paste it here. See that it's the same value now. Then you press OK with it. Now it's a pointer. Now save the cheat. Now you have a you have the code already set. So if you try to exit the program, the emulator, then put it up again, it will always be saved, and the address for the specific code for MoveSwap is not all jumbled and whatnot. I really hope it helps, but take note, unlike Virtua Fighter 4 and unlike Virtua Fighter 5, which needs when it comes to move swapping, you need to have the loaded characters only. How do I explain this one? In Virtua Fighter 3, you can use any move. It's all loaded. But in Virtua Fighter 4 and Virtua Fighter 5, you can only move swap between two characters, which is present on the screen. So if I have Lion here, I have Sarah on Virtua Fighter 4, I can only move swap between those two moves, and a set of moves that is generally used by the whole cast. If you try to move swap with another character unique for another character outside of the screen, then it will crash, or well, it will crash, yes. For Virtua Fighter 3's case, it's not, because it's all loaded. So I think that's it. I will move on to Virtua Fighter 4 and then Virtua Fighter 5 when it comes to move swapping. I hope this helps. So see ya.